Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're unpacking a revolution, but it's not happening on the streets. No, this one's happening on the factory floor. We're diving into how artificial intelligence is completely changing manufacturing. And believe me, it's setting off shockwaves that are rippling across the entire global economy. You gotta love this. Back in the 80s, the chairman of General Motors said this. He wasn't impressed by a robot that could lift a car. He was impressed by one that could handle an egg. It's a task that's so simple for any of us, right? But for decades, that delicate touch remained an impossible dream for automation. Well, suddenly that dream is becoming a reality. As NVIDIA's chief Jensen Huang puts it, we are living through the ChatGPT moment for robotics. Think about it. The same AI that helps you write an email is now giving machines the intelligence they've been missing all along. That decades-old promise, it's finally being delivered.
Okay, so let's follow that first ripple. What's actually changing on the factory floor? How is this new brainpower transforming the very idea of what a factory even is?
What you're looking at here is a fundamental shift in philosophy. The old way was all about scale, these enormous plants just churning out millions of the exact same thing. The future, though, is all about agility, smaller, smarter factories that can change what they're doing on a dime. The real power isn't in the heavy machinery anymore. It's in the soft power, the software and the data that are running the show.
And a huge piece of this new soft power is something called a digital twin. Imagine being able to build and run your entire factory in a perfect virtual simulation before you even lay a single brick. You can test everything, optimize your workflows, and iron out all the kinks in the digital world first. It's like perfecting manufacturing before it even begins.
And this is the payoff, because you can simulate reality so perfectly, you can finally build robots that can handle how messy the real world is. I mean, these are not the mindless robot arms of the past, just blindly repeating one motion over and over. They can see, they can understand, and they can adapt. They're becoming intelligent partners in the whole process. They can finally pick up the egg.
So let's move on to that next ripple, because all this new intelligence, well, it has a voracious appetite. It's creating this massive squeeze on a really critical part of the global supply chain. And it all comes down to one tiny component.
So, what do you think it is? What's the one thing these new smart factories and AI systems are absolutely screaming for? It isn't steel, it's not rare earth metals, not even electricity. No, it's something way more specific and a whole lot scarcer. The answer is high bandwidth memory, or HBM. Just think of it like this. It is the high-octane fuel for the entire AI revolution. If standard computer memory is like a little country road, HBM is a multi-lane superhighway. It lets the massive amounts of data that AI needs just flow at incredible speeds. And this sudden, explosive demand is creating a total global frenzy.
And here's the kicker. The supply is incredibly concentrated. Just 3 companies, South Korea's SK Hynix and Samsung, and America's Micron, they control over 99% of the market for the core technology. I mean, you can't get more of an oligopoly than that. And when you have that kind of explosive demand meeting a tiny handful of suppliers, well, this is what happens. The price for the most advanced memory chips has skyrocketed by over 1,300%. And no, that is not a typo. The AI gold rush has made its most essential ingredient phenomenally expensive, and their grip on the market isn't loosening up either. It is tightening. They already control over 80% of the revenue from these crucial chips, and that's forecasted to grow to 90% by the end of the decade. They are absolutely in the driver's seat of this whole AI revolution. And, this bottleneck isn't going away anytime soon, even with the big 3 pouring $26 billion into new capacity. Building these advanced factories just takes time. Experts are predicting this critical supply shortage is going to last for at least 2 more years, maybe even longer. So all this intense pressure on the supply chain, it has to go somewhere. And now it's creating a full-on tidal wave that's crashing into the boardrooms of some of the world's biggest industrial giants, forcing them to completely rethink how they're even built.
Over in Germany, the industrial heart of Europe, something really powerful and kind of counterintuitive is happening. The Great Industrial Breakup. To survive in this new age of AI and super-fast change, these giants have realized they just can't be everything to everyone anymore. They literally have to shed weight to get faster and more focused.
And look at these names: Siemens, Bayer, ThyssenKrupp. We're not talking about startups here. These are iconic companies that have basically defined German industry for a century. And now they're spinning off entire divisions, slimming down to focus just on their core businesses.
For decades, the logic was bigger is better. A huge conglomerate could use its strong divisions to prop up weaker ones when the economy got tough. But as this investment banker points out, that thinking has totally gone out of fashion. In this new era, what investors want, what drives success, is speed and focus. A lumbering giant just can't pivot fast enough to jump on the AI revolution.
So what should you take away from all this? This isn't just a story about robots or computer chips. It is a story about a chain reaction. Let's trace that whole ripple effect one last time. See how it all connects? It all starts with that one technological spark, AI giving intelligence to machines. That spark creates the first ripple, changing factories into smaller, nimbler places. That, in turn, causes a massive supply chain squeeze for the specialized memory chips they need. And that squeeze creates a tidal wave, forcing the world's biggest industrial companies to actually break themselves apart just to survive. A single innovation, rippling out to reshape the entire global economy.
This revolution is clearly just getting started. And it leaves us with some pretty huge questions to think about. As factories get hyper-intelligent and don't need massive scale anymore, what does that mean for the future of jobs, for the way global trade works, and ultimately for the wealth of nations? The next wave is already building.